This video, I'm going to be talking about whether or not I think the ahrefs free keyword generator tool is worth it. The short answer is yes. Obviously, the best part about using this tool is that it is completely free. You don't even need an account. You don't have to sign up for anything, log in. You can just come to this website, ahrefs.com/keyword-generator to get started. Where I think this keyword tool really shines and where you can use it before upgrading either to a paid account for Ahrefs or SEMrush is just generating ideas of keywords, of things that you can add to your existing content to help them make them more complete. I don't think this keyword generator tool is great at helping you scope out a market size or understand trends overall, but if you already have a piece of content that you know has an audience out on the web and you're just looking for ways to try and enhance it or make it more in-depth for an existing audience, this is the tool for you. So I'm going to be using this tool today just in reference to a page that I already have that's live called Best Music Open Mics in Los Angeles. If we come here to the free keyword generator tool and we type in Open Mics Los Angeles, which is my primary keyword, we can see some results here where Ahrefs is telling us some really basic information, but also very valuable information about keywords that are similar or adjacent to the one that I entered. You can see here on the left, it gives a list of keywords. Obviously, there's no deeper contextual information, so I have to be able to identify what parts of this are helpful and which parts to ignore. So I can kind of see over here some keyword ideas, which I'll talk about more in a second. The second column is the difficulty of this keyword. In a black box and a curtain without knowing what other keywords might be related to this, there's no suggestions here. It'd be like, oh, maybe also consider this, or find out how this is trending. When it says easy, this is just a gut check for maybe how many people in general might be looking for this type of thing, but it shouldn't be used as kind of gospel truth. The same goes for the third column, where it talks about volume. Here you can see that some of these keywords say that they have less than 100 searches a month. This is the default option, and in a lot of cases, especially if you're a B2B company or you're selling a really niche product, it's very likely that the keyword volume for all of the things that are really important for your website are going to be less than 100. So this number is not that helpful. The same goes for this number that says over 100. Without understanding how many competitors there are in the space, or how many adjacent and related terms there are, over 100 is not a very helpful metric. But nonetheless, these keywords are ordered in terms of relative volume. So for my page related to open mics in Los Angeles, you can kind of see as we go down this list, down the amount of volume that Ahrefs thinks people are searching for this keyword, the keywords start to get more specific and more long tail. Open mics in Los Angeles is the most generic version, which is what our page is generally targeting. Open mics in Los Angeles, California. That might imply to me that I want to mention either this acronym CA or California somewhere in my article. Not that there are other places called Los Angeles. Music open mics in Los Angeles. This one is hyper relevant to me, so I can see that I know generally, because I understand my market, that there are tons of different types of open mics. I've mentioned that in other videos kind of related to this website that I have that keeps track of them. There's comedy open mics, there's poetry open mics. So when I'm thinking about the information that this list in particular is giving me, I have to use a little bit of logic or put my thinking cap on to go, okay, Open Mics Los Angeles is probably the entire category, but what's really important to me is music open mics. So I can kind of see where that falls in terms of popularity compared to some of those other things that I mentioned down here, comedy open mics in Los Angeles. Now, one business insight that I've learned having run this particular page and website for a while. It's very funny to me that I can see Open Mics Los Angeles Wednesday on this list. Over the years, I've noticed that a lot of open mic events do tend to happen on Wednesday nights. There's something about that midweek peak where a lot of people end up searching, and I can see that in my Google Analytics of people really visiting the site on Wednesday. So looking at this list, if you ran a similar site or you came across a similar insight, I would be thinking about ways that I could leverage this Wednesday concept, either highlighting Wednesday open mics specifically on my site, which I do. You click here on Wednesday, it jumps straight down to a section just for Wednesday. Or if I really believed that this was like the only night of the week that people were interested in open mics, I could even move that whole section closer to the top of the page to get closer to this search intent. There's obviously some keywords in here that are unhelpful, and I wouldn't consider using the word 2019 in here, or comedy open mics. I'm not targeting comedy open mics, even though I can see that a lot of people might be searching for them. So yeah, as I'm talking through this, I hope that you're able to maybe see how this free keyword generator tool can get the gears going on how you might be able to improve your own page using some of the insights that you're going to get from this tool. Again, this is not a gospel truth. This is no supplement for actually having a keyword research tool or using Google Search Console to see actual search volumes of pages. That the traffic information or being able to understand how you're performing in the marketplace can't happen here inside of this tool, but it can start to generate ideas, which I think is how it's described here, free keyword generator. Give you ideas about ways that you might be able to improve your page around a certain keyword. I'm going to just pick another one at random here. I'm going to type in the word nursing so you can see a little bit of different results. If I, let's say, had a website that was dedicated to nursing or nursing careers, I might be able to look at this and see some opportunities to generate content on my site. Let's say if I have a nursing career website, I might come here and see that remote nursing jobs. Maybe that's a related concept that I can start to build content around. Maybe I could have pages for all of the boards of nursing on there to talk about how to get licensure in those states. But I might be able to ignore, even though it might get tons of search volume, allegedly, or what ahrefs believes to be a lot of search volume. Nursing homes near me is not applicable to my nursing website. For instance, nursing jobs near me might be. Nursing shoes, maybe yes, no. So I would use this tool just as an idea generator to reinforce the content that you're already making, but maybe not so much in terms of planning from the ground up. To do that, to build out a marketing plan or to understand what types of content you might need to make across a spectrum or across multiple topics is of course going to require researching competitors and looking at what's performing well on their pages, or excuse me, on their site, what top pages they have. You can also see for large enough search terms, so the last thing I'll say about the free keyword generator tool, you can also see common questions that get asked on Google related to this broad keyword that you might be able to create content for. So again, if I had this theoretical nursing website or something, I might target like what is a skilled nursing facility. I might have a career page for skilled nurses, at-home nurses, or how much is nursing school. I can think about creating content around these topics. Actually, before I go, one last thing I wanted to talk about that's basically the same thing. There's YouTube keyword generator tool, also free, and also comes with some of these phrase matches and question matches that you can use to start thinking about content that you might want to make. I come in here all the time for the niches that I'm working in or the content that I'm developing to enter in keywords, get ideas for how I might be able to generate scripts or answer popular questions that otherwise I wouldn't have thought of. And this maybe goes beyond just using ChatGPT to generate a list of 10 questions or 20 questions. This is based on real search data or search information, albeit with the volume and the difficulty maybe a little bit skewed without broader context. I hope this was helpful. I encourage anybody who's in SEO or marketing for their business to come and just check out this free tool from ahrefs. I'll leave a link down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.